Gracias, Marian TV, por darme la oportunidad en este mes de diciembre de trasladarnos a Colombia para festejar juntos las tradiciones navideñas muy importantes para las familias colombianas, y a través de ellas se ven reflejadas la cultura colombiana. ¿Cómo celebramos la Navidad en Colombia? ¿Cuáles son las tradiciones colombianas? Un sentido mensaje de nuestro expresidente de Colombia, el doctor Álvaro Uribe Vélez, al mundo entero, en especial a los libaneses.
My fellow Colombians living in Lebanon, I am sure that you live with all the happiness in this beautiful country. I have not visited Lebanon, but my daughter-in-law, the wife of my youngest son, her family is from Lebanon, and my son has visited the country. What he has told me is that Lebanon is a beautiful country with the most hospitable people all over the world. My son has told me that in every family there is a lot of food, but with enormous amounts of food. I want to greet you, especially at this moment, and to express to all of you my best wishes. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Compartiremos las tradiciones más hermosas, como la celebración del Día de la Virgen María de la Inmaculada Concepción, a la luz de las velas que se encienden en todos los hogares colombianos. Ese mismo día existe el alumbrado público dando comienzo a la Navidad.
Hello, my name is Enrique Madriñán and I work as a real estate agent in Miami, USA. I have lived for the last 40 years in this beautiful country of United States. But I would like to tell the people, the viewers of Mariam TV in Lebanon, a little bit of our Colombian traditions of how I live them here in the US. I live in the town of Weston, very nearby Miami, where there is a very large Colombian community. let me start by saying on December 7th, we have a tradition called La Noche de las Velitas, candle nights. What we do is that we gather around the front porches of our houses and we lit candles in honor of Virgin Mary. And it is beautiful tradition, especially when we have children involved. And we lit candles and every night, on that night on December 7th. This particular tradition is meaningful to me, especially because this is the night where I had actually a car accident and that left me in a wheelchair, which took place 40 years ago. Then starting on December 16, for 9 consecutive nights, we have what is called the peregrination of Joseph and Mary until the 24th of the birth of baby Jesus. Then every night we will gather at houses, different houses, or even restaurants, and we will read up parts of what took place on those different dates of the peregrination. And then we will sing a little bit and we read another expert and then read more and sing and read more. And then we will eat traditional Colombian foods. And that will happen every single night for 9 consecutive nights, gathering around at different houses or gathering around also at different restaurants. And then on the 24th is the final night. And then at nighttime, those who have little children will then, the children will get the presents at nighttime, late night, or the early of the 25th.
31 décembre, il y a des augures que je suis venue, heureusement j'ai celui-là que je n'ai pas brûlé l'année passée. Ça s'appelle l'Año Viejo, c'est-à-dire l'année ancienne. Ça représente ce petit monsieur. Il y a beaucoup de formes, il y a en grand, en petit, en moyenne taille. Alors les gens achètent ça. C'est un petit bonhomme où il y a, ça s'allume à minuit, le jour le 31, pour que les choses vieilles de l'année présente, qui sont ici, se brûlent. Et on demande en même temps des choses nouvelles pour la nouvelle année. Donc ça s'appelle l'Año Viejo. Alors on le brûle parce que c'est l'année vieille qui s'en va et il y a une nouvelle année qui arrive avec les désirs, les choses qu'on écrit, qu'on veut, qui est la suivante année. Avant minuit, les gens font une autre augure, c'est que les gens vont autour de la maison, autour du quartier avec une valise avant minuit parce qu'on croit ici que si on prend les valises et on commence à courir avant minuit autour du quartier, c'est qu'on va voyager beaucoup l'année suivante. Une autre croyance, c'est les 12 raisins, rouges ou blanches, les raisins, parce que c'est une pour chaque mois, un raisin pour chaque mois. Alors, chaque mois, on demande quelque chose pour que ça arrive l'année suivante. Ce sont les 12 raisins, l'Año Viejo, les valises qu'on prend pour les voyages. Les lentilles à la maison, c'est l'abondance. Il faut laisser des lentilles à la maison pour l'abondance. Avoir de l'argent en poche à minuit, le 31, quoi. De l'argent dans les poches parce que ça veut dire qu'on va avoir de l'argent, de la chance durant l'année suivante. Et le plus sympathique, c'est les culottes jaunes. Il faut mettre des culottes jaunes le 31 parce que ça veut dire la santé, avoir beaucoup de chance l'année suivante, abondance aussi. Alors c'est les culottes jaunes. Et bon, on mange beaucoup, on fête beaucoup. Ici, les gens aiment beaucoup la musique, veiller jusqu'à 2, 3, 4, 5 heures du matin. Les latins, nous, on est on adore la musique. Alors, tout le temps, durant 10 jours en décembre, il y a plein de musique dans toutes les maisons, dans les quartiers, dans les rues. Alors, Noël est vraiment gai ici en Colombie. J'aime beaucoup la Colombie, j'aime beaucoup mon pays. Et je suis très orgueilleuse vraiment d'être colombienne. Maintenant, avec toute cette situation de pandémie, qu'est-ce que je vous dis là-bas, à vous les Colombiens? Bon, on pense beaucoup à vous. Venez de temps en temps ici. Et bon, j'aime beaucoup le Liban aussi.
Lebanon is a great inspiration for me. all my whole life for my designs also. I want to talk to you about a little bit of how is December in my native city, Cali, Colombia. December is one of the most busiest month for me in my work because there's a lot of parties, there's a lot of festivals in my city, and we have a lot of clothes to make to all our customers. The carnival or the festival of Cali of my city is between 25th of December to 30th of December. It's a great carnival days where a lot of people from all Colombian and outside Colombian come to Cali. We have like 1 million visitors for those festival. We have a lot of salsa dancing, festival carnivals, food, drinks, cultural places, and a lot of things of the past that they come in that moment. It's a great moment to come here to Colombia. I wish you a good luck, also a happy new year to all the Lebanese people. I love everything of Lebanon. I love the traditions, the culture, the food, the music, everything. It's always a great inspiration for my life.
Hello, welcome to my house. This is Christmas time and I want to show you how we celebrate this in Colombia. Come with me, follow me, follow me. This is for all the people in Lebanon, and this is for all the Colombians that live in Lebanon. My name is Anabela Nader. I was born in Colombia. I live in Bogota. And my father was from Lebanon. He was born in a town called Khartoum. He came to Colombia when he was 7 years old with his family, his father, 2 brothers and a sister, and they came to Cali, where I was born. And that was after the World War I. And well, we have our roots. Some of our roots are from Lebanon. This is the Christmas tree that it's important to us.
Carlos Valencia nos va a contar el Festival de la Salsa que se hacen con la participación de las mejores escuelas de salsa de Cali y el Salsódromo.
In Cali, my city, we celebrate Christmas like this.
Dios los tríes se juntaron, sonoros y tumbadores. Fiesta para bailadores.
Then, in Cali we have the best fair in Colombia. The Cali Fair starts on December 25. We have the principal show, El Salsódromo. There are many salsa dancers, famous singers, and many parties.
Se construye el pesebre que representa el nacimiento del niño Dios y alrededor de él se reza la novena a partir del 16 de diciembre. Se cantan villancicos y se reparten los dulces típicos. Nos lo cuenta Astrid Snele, Laura Posada y el padre Libardo Valderrama, sacerdote jesuita.
Christmas is that special time of the year where family and friends reconnect over shared wishes. These are mine for you. May you have the spirit of Christmas, which is peace, the gladness of Christmas, which is hope, and the heart of Christmas, which is love. May the Christmas season fill your home with joy and your life with laughter. Stay safe and stay happy this holiday season.
Se decora el árbol de Navidad con diferentes motivos y colores. A sus pies se colocan los regalos traídos por el Niño Dios que se repartirán a la medianoche del 24 de diciembre. Los niños esperan la llegada del Niño Dios y se les repartirá los regalos si se portan bien. Nos lo cuenta Virginia Azuf Torres y sus hijos Pedro y Alejandra Salcedo Azuf y el niño Tomás Palacio Vallejo.
I am 10 years old and I was born in Bogotá, Colombia. My great-grandfather was Lebanese. He was born in Rahbe, and when he was 6 years old, he came to live in Colombia. In my family, we still carry some traditions from the Lebanese culture, especially related to the gastronomy. My grandmother is a great cook and often surprises me with one of my favorite dishes, kibe. After this pandemic, I hope to gather with my family and friends for Christmas and finally meet my newborn cousin. I wish that this Christmas brings more happiness and joy to all families in the world, hoping that COVID-19 disappears and we can come back to our normal lives. Christmas in Colombia starts at the end of November, where we decorate our homes with our Christmas tree and our Christmas manger. The 7th of December, we celebrate Virgin's Mary Day, lighting candles with our family and friends and praying to the Virgin. On the 16th of December, we start a tradition during 9 days where we pray and sing to celebrate the days before the birth of baby Jesus. On December 24, families and friends get together to celebrate Christmas with a special dinner. Then we open the presents left under the Christmas tree. At last, on the 31st of December, we celebrate New Year with our families and friends. From Bogotá, Colombia, I wish you a Merry, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hi, how are you? This is Virginia from Colombia. She's my daughter. She's Alejandra. She's 6 years old. And he's Pedro. He's 4 years old. We want to share you guys how do we celebrate Christmas in Colombia. Okay, so Alejandra, ¿para ti qué significa el Niño Dios?
Para él nació en un pesebre y nos trae regalos a los niños que nos portamos bien todo el año.
Okay, she says that baby Jesus was born in a manger, which we always do. He was born on Christmas Day and he brings presents to all the kids around the world that were good kids throughout the year. Alejandra, ¿para ti qué significa la Navidad?
Para comer rico, para adornar el árbol, para hacer las novenas, para armar el pesebre.
Okay, she thinks that Christmas means decorating our Christmas tree, doing our manger, singing carols, eating very delicious. And we have a very special tradition in Colombia that are the novenas. So from December 16th up to December 24th, we usually sing and pray the novena with drums and maracas and a lot of Colombian music and Colombian carols. So guys, this is all. Very many greetings from Colombia and Merry Christmas. Bye.
Yeah. El sacerdote, jesuita y comunicador Gabriel Jaime Pérez nos hará un recorrido sobre la Navidad y nos preparará nuestros corazones para el amor y para el perdón.
La Navidad en Colombia, como en los demás países de tradición mayormente católica, tiene como centro la conmemoración del nacimiento del niño Jesús, hace poco más de 20 siglos, a quien la fe cristiana reconoce como Dios hecho hombre y Salvador de la humanidad. La fecha propiamente tal en que la Iglesia Católica conmemora el nacimiento de Jesús, que es lo que significa la palabra natividad, también traducida al español como Navidad, es el 25 de diciembre y su celebración comienza desde la víspera, el día 24, con una Eucaristía llamada Misa de Nochebuena. Esta fiesta constituye en nuestro país, como en muchos otros, una oportunidad de reunirse en familia, para lo cual muchos viajan desde los lugares donde residen a encontrarse con sus seres queridos. En Colombia, la tradición de los regalos a los niños, como veremos más adelante, se relaciona más propiamente con el Niño Jesús que con Papá Noel o Santa Claus. De los países nórdicos proviene también el símbolo de la nieve, dado que la Navidad se celebra en la época del solsticio de invierno, la estación que en el hemisferio norte de nuestro planeta corresponde al final del año y al comienzo del siguiente. Y la razón de celebrarla en esta época proviene del siglo IV después de Cristo, cuando la Iglesia cambió la fiesta pagana en honor del sol naciente por la del nacimiento de Jesús, luz del mundo. Pero el símbolo navideño más significativo de la fe católica, y especialmente acostumbrado en Colombia y en los demás países de tradición mayormente católica, es el pesebre, que es la representación en imágenes del nacimiento de Jesús en las afueras de la aldea de Belén, cerca de Jerusalén, en la región de Judea, y cuyos orígenes se remontan al siglo XIII de la era cristiana, cuando San Francisco de Asís, en el año 1223, hizo el primer pesebre navideño en la población italiana de Greccio, invocando así lo que relata el Evangelio según San Lucas. Por aquel tiempo, el emperador Augusto ordenó que se hiciera un censo de todo el mundo. Este primer censo fue hecho siendo Quirino gobernador de Siria. Todos tenían que ir a inscribirse a su propio pueblo. Por esto José salió del pueblo de Nazaret de la región de Galilea y se fue a Belén, en Judea, donde había nacido el rey David, porque José era descendiente de David. Fue allá a inscribirse junto con María, su esposa, que se encontraba encinta. Y sucedió que mientras estaban en Belén, le llegó a María el tiempo de dar a luz. Y allí nació su hijo primogénito y lo envolvió en pañales y lo acostó en el establo porque no había alojamiento para ellos en el mesón. Altísimo Señor, qué bueno es darte gracias y cantar himnos en tu honor. Anunciar por la mañana y por la noche tu gran amor y fidelidad al son de instrumentos de cuerda con música suave de arpa y de salmos. Tú aumentas mis fuerzas como las fuerzas de un toro y viertes perfume sobre mi cabeza. Los justos florecen como las palmas y crecen como los cedros del Líbano. Están plantados en el templo del Señor, florecen en los atrios de nuestro Dios. Aún en su vejez darán fruto, siempre estarán fuertes y lozanos.
La Navidad despierta la solidaridad. Se reúnen diferentes grupos de personas y asociaciones para repartir regalos a los niños más necesitados. Nos lo cuenta Luis Fernando Ordóñez y la Asociación de Damas Colombianas en Miami.
Dear friends from Lebanon, here in Colombia, a country in South America, Christmas is a great celebration at all levels and in all social strata. It is a tradition of families and society, deeply rooted even without considering races or religion. For us, Catholics, it is the great celebration, the birth of our Holy Child, family gatherings, typical meals, and visits to churches. We have always been aware of two age ranges to try to solve social problems: the elderly and children. 5 years ago, we proposed with a group of friends to become godparents of children from La Vereda, children of peasants without economic resources, with no other interest than to provide them satisfaction. We have been doing this celebration in the past years, thinking of bringing them happiness in December, such an important time for them. In our country, vereda are the rural fields near the intermediate cities. Ours is called Vereda Pajonales, in the village of Santa Elena, municipality of El Cerrito. This year, which unfortunately we're in a pandemic, we did all possible efforts among our friends so that none of them is left without providing help for our event, so we're able to repeat it with much more positive energy than the previous ones. We will send you in this video some of our best and most important pictures of our celebrations that we want to share with you. For that day, we designed a sleigh to set the atmosphere of the arrival of Santa Claus and give the youngest ones the fantasy of Christmas. The horse-drawn sleigh arrives driven by Santa to deliver the gifts. According to our friends' collaboration, which consists of cash assistance or any time of donations, we purchase the gifts, which are always the same for every child: clothing, shoes, toys, bicycles, treats, and some food, and always a musical group that interprets Christmas carols while we distribute the gifts. It is a great honor for us to fulfill this invitation to show something human and beautiful about our people, to collaborate in making our country a better one, and to show you this social work with the aim of favoring a very depressed sector of our society. We appreciate the invitation through our mutual friend Ana Cecilia Juri, and we're very attentive if you would like to know any additional information. Sincerely, Luis Fernando Ordóñez Gómez.
My name is Socorro Acevedo, and I represent the non-profit Colombian foundation, the Colombian Volunteer Ladies. We are a group of strong women working in the United States to raise funds that we send to our beloved Colombia. These funds are sent directly to organizations that help sick children and elderly people who lack resources. Our Christmas is dedicated to the children of the Latin community in the United States and the children of single mother households.
Veremos cómo se hacen las delicias gastronómicas que se reparten en la Navidad, en la Nochebuena, como el arroz con leche, la natilla, los buñuelos, la torta de pastores, el dulce de los 3 leches, el marja blanco. Nos lo cuenta Marta Cecilia Jaramillo de Renglete y Carlos Ernesto Roa.
One of the desserts that we Colombians consume the most at Christmas is rice pudding. It is said that rice pudding came from Asia, passed through Africa, Europe, and then arrived in Colombia and arrived in America. If we go to see all the countries of America that were populated by Spaniards, there is some type of rice pudding. There is a rice pudding that is the basic one, which brings milk, clove, and cinnamon perfume. It also has cream, but there are different versions of rice pudding. There is a version where they add raisins. There is another version where they add a little of butter, and another one that has egg yolks. Well, the one we're gonna do today is the most basic one, and from there on, let your imagination run wild. We are going to start making our rice pudding by placing a cup of rice in the pot and adding twice as much water. One cup of rice, 2 cups of water. We're going to turn on the stove and add the cups. We're going to add 2 cloves and some cinnamon chips. We put to cook in such a way that our rice becomes soft. In the tradition, honey was first used to give sweetness to the rice pudding. Later, melado de panela was used. Here we have my melado de panela. And later, when the whole process of refinement of sugar came, refined sugar was used. In my case, I prefer to use condensed milk. From the beginning, I like to add a little bit of condensed milk because the grains of the rice are already inside with that sweet tone. Because if we leave them only with the water, the cloves, and the cinnamon, the rice will be insipid. So, from the beginning, I make the rice have a little bit of flavor and have the characteristics of a rice pudding. Due to the fact that it is sweet, it can easily be smoked. The best thing is that the fire is not so high and that you don't stop mixing it gently with some frequency, so it doesn't stick, and in this way, avoid smoking. We Colombians love to mix everything that is a Christmas dessert with a wooden spoon. This is part of our rituals. If you manage to look at this mixture, even though it has no milk yet, it already looks creamy and gains a lot of texture. There is a secret to this dessert, and that is to give it time. In the traditional Colombian cuisine, everything is slow, with no effort, slow food. So, let's let the rice soften little by little. If you start to feel that the rice starts to dry a lot, add a little bit of hot water to give it the necessary time. Okay, with the help of a small spoon, we try that our rice is already getting soft. Now, we're going to measure the milk. I love this milk. It is a very good whole milk. Remember, we go back and mix it. Turn it over gently. Okay, our rice pudding is on a medium to low heat. When it has finished, open it completely I add cream to make its texture much softer. And at the end, I love to put a pinch of salt. What does the salt do? It grabs up all the flavors and make it much more consistent. At this point of our dessert, we must rectify always the sugar. Normally, I will be changing spoons in order to taste it. If in your opinion you feel it is slow in sugar, you add a little more. In my case, I will add condensed milk. Important: always mix very well, soft, touching the bottom of the pot, to avoid the rice to stick. You put a little bit, mix, and try, and in that way, you will not exaggerate in the amount of sugar you put. As I had already told you, this is one of the most important Christmas desserts for Colombians. Well, our rice is ready. It has been about 40-45 minutes, and we're going to add a little bit of cream that will make it add the texture. The cream will finish to add that creaminess that we're waiting for. In our Pacífico Colombiano, they make the same rice pudding, but instead of water, they put coconut water. And as I told you before, you can add pieces of coconut. I have one around here I want to show you. This is a wonderful coconut. When there's coconut, you can divide the recipe in two. To one, you can add coconut, and when you're eating, you will feel the coconut in your mouth. Or, if you want, you can also add a little bit of vanilla essence. Recently, I told you that my big secret is that at the end of the recipe, we put a pinch of salt. And that salt is going to allow us to leave, I describe it as an enveloping flavor. It is a flavor that remains wonderful because it does not feel very sweet. But we will feel it as a flavor that I cannot describe it. You have to prepare it. Well, our rice pudding is ready. When we finish, what do we Colombians usually do? We pass it to some small bowls, small containers, and at the end, we put ground cinnamon on top. Some people also add raisins. But that's not my case. I hope all of you like this recipe. I love it. And above all, I really like the version that we made at the end when we added some coconut pieces, because coconut is something that is super ours. Super from El Pacífico Colombiano. So enjoy it, have fun with it, and it's something very Colombian. One of the most representative preparations of all Colombians at Christmas is el buñuelo. Well, at Christmas and throughout all the year, Colombians always eat buñuelos, so much that they now come with different types of fillings. What does a buñuelo consist of? It consists of a little dough that is put to fry in oil. Once you eat one, you can't stop. Well, for this buñuelos preparation that are an ensign of our Christmas, we will need 250 grams of flour to make buñuelos, 250 grams of industrial cheese, 2 spoons of fine corn flour, a spoon of cassava starch, a spoon of sugar, and about 100 cubic centimeters of milk. We use whole milk because we feel that whole milk gives a better texture to our buñuelos. So, in addition, we will add an egg. Here's a secret of cook I believe in. I think all the ones that cook make the same thing, and it is that we always divide the egg aside in case suddenly the egg leaves badly, not to go to damage our mass. So we are going to break our egg. It is important. Oh, it's perfect, it's fresh. We add all the ingredients, we are mixing them. This action of kneading with the hands is wonderful. This is a unique therapy, at least for me. It is one of the things I enjoy the most in the kitchen, when I can get my hands in the dough. I love it. And then we put our milk little by little in such a way that it gets wet. We integrate all the ingredients, but do not put everything in one time because it gets very wet and then it is difficult to mold los buñuelos. Our dough is ready. And now, something I always do is that I let the dough rest for a while. And then, we softly put the little balls together, and previously we have to put our oil to heat between medium and low fire. Well, we have our little balls, and something important is that the amount of oil we add must allow the buñuelos to turn. You don't have to squeeze them, just make a soft ball. Automatically, you once put it on the pan, it will come off from the bottom and the buñuelos will turn around by themselves. Try to make always the buñuelos the same size to make them look nicer. In that way, they will look more beautiful in the time you serve them. You can put them in a bowl, in a tray, but always try to make them look beautiful. I hope that if there are Colombians watching us, they get inspired to prepare these recipes and tell people about our traditions in Colombia. And those who are not Colombians, prepare them and get to know a little bit of who we are in our country. And to finish, we're going to prepare a drink that is a rum cream. We're going to prepare this drink to celebrate a day that we all want, a day we're all expecting for, the celebration of the end of the year. We're going to teach it to you so you can enjoy a cocktail, and we're going to prepare it with ron del valle. I hope you enjoy and have fun during the new year with this amazing cocktail. Well, we're gonna make a super easy, fast drink, and it is wonderful. First, here we have cream. I like this cream so much. Here I also have dulce de leche. It is a sweet like manjar blanco, amazing. And we have rum. This is the one from our land. This is the one from Valle del Cauca, from our industry. And to finish, we have ice. So, we put in a blender, we put cream, depending on the number of portions we're gonna make, we put we put our dulce de leche that has something I love. There are two versions of this sauce. One, if you want it to accompany desserts, which is without ice, just rum, cream, and dulce de leche. But if you want it as a drink, as cream, so you put ice and to the blender. You'll see that it is super delicious. We put to liquefy. As always, I rectify always flavors. I see. Wonderful. So I always put more ice in the bottom because the cream is a cream quite dense. Our rum cream is delicious to start a new year. This is just a little piece of my Colombia. My Colombia full of magic, full of flavors, full of tradition, full of history. This is my Colombia at Christmas.
From the mountains of Valle del Cauca, in the beauty region of Tapa, around the most beautiful nature we find Lácteos del Corralito, and a handcrafted entrepreneurship that recreates the most traditional of Colombian sweet gastronomy. With the traditional family recipe, Lácteos del Corralito produce the most exquisite manjar blanco
typical of Christmas, but the family consumes throughout the year. A wide variety of dairy products. They are made with the main Colombian ingredient, our human worth.
Para sentir el espíritu navideño, a través de la música, oiremos los villancicos y las canciones de Navidad con el maestro Remo Checato, director de la banda departamental, a Sonia Molina, directora del Grupo Loyola, el grupo del Colombo Británico, el piano de Mario Fernando Prado, el cantautor Fernando José Abadía.
I'm Remo Ceccato, conductor of the Banda Departamental del Valle del Cauca, a professional symphonic band belonging to the Institute of Fine Arts of Cali, Colombia. I apologize for my bad English and for having to read this message to avoid too many mistakes. I hope you like our virtual concert that we carry out with much love to celebrate Christmas, which, despite the difficulties of the pandemic, we believe may be the best opportunity to convey our message of peace and hope. I'm grateful to the choir and the soloist for the Loyola Musical Group, a musical ensemble that has been asserting itself in Colombia and that, as is tradition for several years, has accompanied us in this important event with its professionalism and artistic excellence. Our concert of the both groups seeks to create bridges of the brotherhood, love, peace, and hope for the Lebanese community through music. We hope you like it, and we wish you a Merry Christmas.
Nochebuena, ay para Navidad, ay mi paloma quebradillita y te vendría a buscar. Nochebuena, Nochebuena, ay para Navidad, ay mi paloma quebradillita te vendría a buscar. Se ha perdido, ay para Navidad, y en la capilla de la quebrada seguro estará. Una estrella se ha perdido, ay para Navidad, y en la capilla de la quebrada seguro estará. En la capilla de la quebrada seguro estará, seguro estará para festejar.
Zagalillos del valle venid, pastorcillos del monte llegad, la esperanza del Dios prometido ya vendrá, ya vendrá, ya vendrá. Zagalillos del valle venid, pastorcillos del monte llegad, la esperanza del Dios prometido ya vendrá, ya vendrá, ya vendrá. La esperanza, la gloria y la dicha la tendremos en el quien lo duda. Es dichado de aquel que no acuda con la fe que le debe animar. Zagalillos del valle venid, pastorcillos del monte llegad, la esperanza del Dios prometido ya vendrá, ya vendrá, ya vendrá. Zagalillos del valle venid, pastorcillos del monte llegad, la esperanza del Dios prometido ya vendrá, ya vendrá, ya vendrá. Nacerá en un establo zagala, pastorcitos venid adoremos, hoy venimos y luego volvemos, y mañana nos puede salvar. Zagalillos del valle venid, pastorcillos del monte llegad, la esperanza del Dios prometido ya vendrá, ya vendrá, ya vendrá. Zagalillos del valle venid, pastorcillos del monte llegad, la esperanza del Dios prometido ya vendrá, ya vendrá, ya vendrá.
quiero agradecer a cada amigo, a cada compatriota que a través de los videos nos han mandado un mensaje de paz, de amor, de solidaridad a todo el mundo, en especial a los libaneses. Que la alegría y todos los sentimientos hermosos que afloran en esta Navidad perduren durante todo el año en vuestros corazones. Feliz Navidad y un próspero año nuevo.
Feliz Navidad y que Dios nos bendiga a todos.